Okay, welcome to our secondary survey part of the home study course. Now this is the situation when you have got a breathing casualty, or they may well be responsive, but you are very concerned. So what are we going to do? We've called 999, as I'm sure you would agree. If a child is not responding or the response is very worrying, you will call 999. What do we do until the emergency services do turn up? This is what we do. You will see one of your handouts, monitoring vital signs handout. Have a look at that, along with the secondary survey exercise we're going to be doing now. This will keep you very busy until the emergency services do turn up. So we're going to put our gloves on because we are going to be quite intimate with that person. We're becoming detectives now until emergency services arrive. Gloves on. In these COVID times, it may be prudent to put a mask on. So, gloves are on. We're continually talking to the casualty, telling them what we are doing. Just because they're not coherent does not mean they can't hear us. Okay, so gloves are on. We're going to have an overall look at the body to make sure nothing is hanging off. We're going to start feeling the head. Bearing in mind the body is symmetrical. There should be two equal sides. So when you compare one side, or when you feel one side, compare the other side as well. Okay, good. You may want to change the angle now with the camera so you're looking straight down at the casualty. So, hands on the head, feeling for any bumps, any bruises, behind the head, on top of the head. Are they responding? Back of the ears, is there any miscolour? Is there any bleeding from the ears, the eyes, the nose, the mouth? Feeling behind the neck, any obvious obtrusions, any weapons, any glass, any clues. Working our way along the shoulders, looking in the mouth for any blockages, opening the eyes. Now we're starting to think of monitoring the casualty's vital signs. Are the eyes responding to light? That tells you that the heart and the brain, more importantly the brain, is happy to send blood to the vital and non-vital organs, like the eyes. So we are starting to think of our 6 vital signs now, which are our pupils, temperature, skin colour, breathing rates, response levels, and pulse rates. Do our casualties have a pulse on the neck, carotid artery? Well, if they're responding, yes, they should. Do they have a nice pulse on their radial artery and their brachial artery? And if that is the case, I hope you know by now that if blood is going to the luxury parts, the hand, the arm, then at the moment the brain is quite happy that life is of a good status and it can afford to fuel these luxury parts of the body. Same with the eyes. If the eyes are responding well to light, and focusing and going from big to small, dark to light, then the brain is quite satisfied that normality is there. So, 6 vital signs throughout this. Once more, the pupils, the temperature, the skin colour, breathing rates, response levels. Is the child talking to us? Are they remembering numbers if they can talk to us? Do they know where they are? Do they know where they live? Is the brain working? Is the brain receiving oxygen? And finally, checking pulse rates on the neck, on the wrist, on the brachial. Okay, so we're checking all of those while we're checking the body for further injury. Checking the shoulder blades, the collarbone. Of course, the child might actually scream or shout or moan or wince. Hold a hand. What can the hand tell us? The temperature. Does he grasp? Does he moan? Is life there? If blood is going to the fingers, things are good. But they could change. Work down the chest, feeling the ribs. Again, both hands comparing both sides. Once, then compare. The rib area is a big area to go wrong. Down to the tummy. Feeling any heat, any bloatedness, any swelling, any pain. Feeling the hip area, Is there any moaning? If they've been involved in a traffic collision, the pelvic is a common bone that can break. So a gentle rub, feeling the legs to the toes, then comparing either side. At this point, we're filling our brains with as much information as we can, but passing the information on to emergency services. You may want to watch this video 2 or 3 times. There's a lot of information going on. So, as long as they are still breathing, as long as emergency services are on the way, we continue to assess their vital signs and check for any abnormalities with the whole body. Do we consider recovery position? Do we consider turning? No. We consider leaving a casualty where they are if the status is as is. Okay? Unless the child is vomiting or wanting to vomit, then we might consider turning or moving. But if it is not broken, we don't fix it. Breathing is our priority. The child is breathing, and I think you'll agree, any child who does not want to move, there is something wrong with them, and they need further expertise and medical attention. Thank you.